too. They were way over there.
Come on, puppies.
What?
These are my babies. I don't want to be in the video.
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, let's take them in, honey. Thank you. Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Just picked up Heather, so that's why the video is getting done now at about 4:30, and it's starting to get dark outside. But so anyway, let me flip it around here real quick. So there's a little standing water underneath there, a lot of meltage, as you can see, which is great. But I wanted to show you over here real quick before we get into the topic of the video. A lot of rain and a lot of melting snow, and there's not a lot of standing water out in this area. Some, but not a lot like there would normally be. This whole area would have been a big pond. So, and the trees are actually kind of opened up, and hopefully maybe I can get out here tomorrow, perhaps, and work on them a little bit. We will see. Anyhow, so topic of today's video. So today is the 2nd of December. It is Sunday, 2018. Really mild today here at the homestead. Got a little bit of sunshine stuck in there, not a whole lot, but some. And so anyway, it was 54 I think today here. So we got a lot of melting snow today, which was awesome, which is great. I'm freaking happy about that. Okay, topic of today's video: riots in France. What's going on? Okay, there are protesters, and actually the government is now going to meet with the leaders of the protesters. You had riots happening in France yesterday. They call them the yellow vests because they wear those yellow, vests when guys are going out there protesting. And it started out with a protest about the green tax on gasoline because they're jacking up the prices over there like crazy. If the gas prices over there were the same over here, people in the United States would go absolutely nuts, because I know that they're paying like crazy amounts of money over there for gasoline in Europe, and we don't pay that much over here. And when gas got up over, I think it was at one point here, it got up to quite a bit. I mean, when I say like almost $4 a gallon, and people went absolutely bonkers. But and the thing that kills me is all these gas prices should actually be coming down, because of the cost of barrel it's down in the 50s, low 50s for a barrel of oil now. So I don't know why they keep, like in my area where I'm at, they really haven't brought it down very much at all. But what are you going to do? Anyhow, so these people are rioting and protesting because they're continuing to get squeezed. And I think, and this is my opinion, this is happening all over the world, in the developed nations. It's like they take and take and take these governments, and it comes to a point where people kind of just go, I've had enough. I mean, there's only so much you can give, realistically. And so I think that's what people are just like, this is enough. And, and France has a history of not putting up with crap, and they will overthrow their government. So, and I think that the United States better pay attention to that as well, because as they continue to squeeze us for every nickel and dime that they can get out of us, it's a continuous cycle of just taking more and more and more. I mean, we already pay tax when you work, and they take your taxes out of there. Then they're taxing you for the gas tax. I mean, our gas tax in New York State is ridiculous. I mean, I know in certain parts of the country, I mean, gas is under $2 a gallon. And I was looking today, and I think we're at $2.79, and that's only down from $2.99. And I know oil's come down a lot more. So I mean, it's like there's a monopoly on that, and we are being screwed constantly. I mean, the taxes, every time you turn around, you got your sales tax and your state tax, and it's absolutely nuts. And I don't know, I get tired of it myself, and I know that a lot of people are. And so to try to keep your head above water, you got to work, crazy hours, or do like I did and downsize like crazy, so that your expenses aren't there anymore. I mean, it's a never-ending vicious cycle. And the big people in government could care less. They really don't. They don't give a crap about you or me. They just want to see how much they can push us until we finally say enough is enough. And I think that day's coming in the United States as well. I think that people are fed up. They've had enough of the nonsense. They've had enough of the ultra political correctness. I mean, heaven forbid if you say anything negative about anything, even if it's in a joke, you are automatically labeled a racist. And of course, that's only against white people. Let's just clarify that. It's amazing to me. I'm not even going to get into that. That is another whole video. But it's crazy. And it's sad that that's what the world has come to. I mean, when I was growing up, 9 times out of 10, if you had a disagreement with somebody, you guys fought it out, man to man. And usually after the fight, a lot of times you became friends afterwards. But not anymore. Nowadays, somebody's gonna shoot you. They don't have the guts to fight you like a regular person. They're gonna go get a gun and they're gonna shoot you. So it's absolutely nuts. But anyway, getting back, I get off topic, guys, and it's just, and I'm really not off topic. It's just, the taxes, and this is what these protests started out with over here in France, and now they've turned into riots. People have had enough. And I'm going to tell you what, I support the French people in that. I support it because it's like, every time you turn around, they're trying to take, and I say they, I mean the governments, are trying to take more and more and more of your hard-earned money, and you're trying to survive, and you have to decide. It's like, you look at the older people, they have to decide between medications and eating. Well, I mean, that's not a real tough choice there. If you don't eat, you don't live. So a lot of times they go without medication so that they can eat. We don't take care of our veterans in this country, and I know other countries are the same way. They don't take care of their vets. We have all kinds of people that need help. And here's another good thing. Okay, we have 3.5 million homeless people in the United States. We have 18.6 million homes that are vacant. Why can't we do something about that? I mean, have areas where the homeless can go and that they can live, that they can have shelter, a roof over their head, and not be out in the horrible weather. You have all kinds of different cities that are completely economically depressed. If you give people a chance, if you give people hope, if you give them an opportunity, 9 times out of 10, they're going to do something about it. Okay, but people have to have some kind of hope. And when you are continuously taxed and taxed and taxed until you can't breathe anymore, people lose hope. They lose the will to continue to go on. And then, they're like, they lose their homes or whatever is going on. It's happening, guys, over and over and over again. And it's going to come to a breaking point. What's happening in France right now with these protests, that's just the tip of the iceberg, guys. It really, truly is. I definitely want to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear what you guys have to say, what you think. Because I just see more and more of this coming. As they continue to try to squeeze us more and more and more. And it's like, at some point, it comes to a breaking point, and people are going to say, enough is enough. I'm not doing it anymore. Okay? So, like I said, I wholeheartily support these guys over there. They've had enough. They don't want to be taxed to death anymore, and they're doing something about it. Hopefully, I say that people here in the United States will have the stones to do the exact same thing. This whole climate that we're in now, and it's crazy to me, and that's why I'm so happy I live where I live, because I don't have to deal with it on a daily basis, thank goodness. But it's absolutely crazy now. I mean, you can't say anything, and somebody's going to be offended. Me flying the Confederate flag, I get so much flack for that, and I actually laugh, and that's one of the reasons, guys, I'll tell you right now, that's one of the reasons why I fly it, because some people get so butthurt about it. I think it's funny. I mean, it's like, if you take the time to find out why I fly it, then that's one thing. But when they automatically assume, he's a racist, skinhead, white supremacist, hillbilly living up in the hills, you know what? Knock yourselves out, guys. Think whatever you want to think. But it's just, there's going to come a breaking point. People are fed up. They've had enough. And the governments are pushing to see what that breaking point is. And I'm very curious to see what's going to shake loose from that. I guess right now, the Prime Minister, or whatever they call him over there in France, has agreed to meet with the leaders of the the groups that are protesting. This is after he said there's no way he was going to deal with these people or meet with them and stuff like that. Yeah, now he's relenting and he's going to meet with them. People have had enough, guys, and it's going to happen again and again and again. This mass migration, if you want to call it migration, of all these, people from, third world countries coming into Europe and in the United States and using up all of our resources and getting free rides, that's got to come to an end too. There's only so much you can do, okay? And when these people come in and then demand that, we live the way that they live, I don't think so. You want to come here and be part of our country, then you better assimilate to us. That's how it works. So anyway, I definitely want to hear you guys' feedback on this topic. I want to hear what you have to say. There's Molly over there walking. Remember, guys, we are all in this together, and it's a rocky road we're on right now, I can tell you. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. That's it. Nobody else can do it, okay? I will talk to you all tomorrow. Stay vigilant, guys. Keep prepping, okay? That's all I can say. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.